From MontanaSports.com, this is MTN Sports Extra.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Sports Extra on a Saturday night. I'm Tom Wiley. Thanks for joining us. For the second straight week, a Treasure State team played in the Big Sky Game of the Week. This time it was fifth-ranked Montana State on the road at number 13 Northern Arizona. MTN's Casey Conlon has our highlights from Flagstaff.
Hello everybody, Montana State with a much tougher test this week at number 13 Northern Arizona in Flagstaff at elevation. Always a tough place to play. Let's go inside the walk-up Sky Dome. The Lumberjacks trying to make the playoffs for the second straight year for the first time in program history. They started pretty well. Seth Cromwell powers his way from the 2-yard line across the goal line. Jacks grab a 7-0 lead at home. MSU started very slowly. They needed a spark midway through the first half, and they get one from Taco Dalla on the punt return, catches at his own 10. Goes right, finds nothing but daylight. One man to beat, steps over that tackle. Touchdown Taco, 90 yards, ties it up at 7. NAU would go 3 and out on their next series, so MSU's ensuing possession. 3rd and long, Justin Lamson, beautiful throw over the top to Jabez Woods. This one a 79-yard touchdown. 2 massive plays, flipped the game upside down. Now, as good as those were, here's the play everyone will talk about. Julius Davis on the handoff, leaps the defender and drags 2 more into the end zone. You have to see it again. What an incredible hurdle by Juice Davis. Call SportsCenter on that one. 20-7 Cats at half. MSU then would get the ball out of halftime, march down the field. 3rd and goal. The jet sweep to tight end Rocky Lencioni. The Bozeman High kid bullies his way across the line. 27-7, more than enough. Cats win at 34-10 in an impressive performance. Casey Conlon for MTN Sports.
Taco Dalla once again explosive. A 90-yard punt return to the house, the longest TD punt return in Bobcat program history. Culminates a big day for number 5 Montana State as they take down number 13 NAU 34-10. Ben Creighton, Ty Gregorak here at the walk-up Sky Dome. And Ty, once again, I mean, it's starting to sound like deja vu, but this Montana State defense once again living up to the billing.
Yeah, a very good NAU offense didn't get 300 yards of offense. I mean, it's incredible. Under 100 on the ground. I mean, they were nuts. But, I mean, looking at this guy continues to impress for me. I just think he's poised. He's been very, very sharp. The offensive line has done a fantastic job for him. We're starting to see a lot of Coach Sturbick's creativity in different packages, personnel. You saw the dang tight end flex sweep that scored. They've been good, but that guy's been very, very, very special the last month.
Yeah, can get it done with his arm and get it done with his legs. Yep. And I highlighted the defense just a second ago. I mean, look, let's talk about the D-line. That, once again, has just been a tremendous position group for Brent Vigen.
They're awesome. I mean, they are so good. And when a defensive coordinator does not have to send pressures, and he truly believes in his front four, that guy was on the post-game hit with Grace, and, they don't have a name yet. I guess I got to come up with a name for the D-line, but there's Hunter Parsons out on the perimeter. They've been nuts. I mean, they're like scary good, man, and just how sound this defense in general has been. Big props to Coach Howe and his staff, because they are coaching them up. They are sound, they are physical, they are fast, they are good.
Only 86 total rushing yards allowed by Montana State today. And next week against Idaho State, I mean, that's kind of a similar offense in Pocatello. They really like to sling it up there.
Yeah, Idaho State's going to turn on that film and go, whoa, these guys are good, and they already know they're good. But yeah, this outfit is special, and I think they're all just putting it together, and it's going to be interesting to see what kind of run they can go on.
Again, a statement win for number 5 Montana State, 34-10 the final here in Flagstaff.
Meanwhile, 4th-ranked Montana is coming off a top 10 win over Idaho last week and now faces a road test against another team from the Gem State. MTN's Scott Breen takes us to Pocatello where the Grizz face the feisty Idaho State Bengals.
Well, hello, everybody. A wild football showdown tonight between the Montana Grizzlies and Idaho State. Let's get you right to it from Pocatello. Here we go. First quarter, the top 2 offenses in the league. Grizz come out on the move, and it's Michael Wortham in the Wildcat. Great moves and some speed. How about a 21-yard touchdown run for a 7-0 Grizz lead? Idaho State can punch, counterpunch. These guys know how to score. Bengals answer with a 17-3 run. That was Dason Brooks banging into the end zone. This is Carson Sudbury for a 17-10 Idaho State lead. But watch this. Check out Montana's man in motion here. You see him in the backfield. That's Wortham again. He used to be a quarterback, throws a tight spiral on a dime. Still looks like a quarterback as he hits Josh Gale wide open. However, Idaho State just maintains that lead. Jordan Cook, Zion Nunnally. Grizz were down 38-28 after 3. Under 4 minutes left. Montana chasing points. Wortham was an absolute beast. Here he is throwing back to Keali'i Ayat. More tricks in Bobby Hout's book. Ayat with the catch and run, and that sets up Wortham for Montana to regain the lead. He had 200 yards plus of total offense himself. Idaho State's last gasp came up short, and the Montana Grizzlies survive a road scare, 42-38, and run their record to 5-0.
This is what it's all about in college football. What a response, though, from Montana. They really didn't have anything going their way, especially stopping Cook in that offense.
It came down to the defense and who was going to win on each side because nobody, like you said, could stop either offense. It was a slugfest back and forth, and Montana came up with one more stop than Idaho State did.
Well, we talk about All-America candidates, Gilman and maybe Ayat's in the conversation, but Wortham really is the guy that saved this team. Where would they have been without him tonight?
He was all over the field when nobody was making plays in the first half on defense or Gilman in the run game and the offense. He showed up down in and down out on special teams, at quarterback, at receiver, at running back, all over the field and often today. And, oh, yeah, throwing the ball for a touchdown and 2 completions.
Now, Idaho State, obviously a program that is building, and they were fantastic. They just couldn't stop number 6, showing his ability to throw it. He's a guy that is like a toy that you got to use. That's what the coaching staff with Montana talked about.
That's what Brent, I mean, he's like a Ferrari, man. He's like a toy. You got to know how to use this kid, and he is the electric sensation. He is all over the field, man, and he can make a lot of plays in space.
Great win for this Montana team. Let's check in with Megan with the quarterback who made some big plays for Montana.
Brick play, reverse late in the fourth quarter. What was going through your mind when the ball was in the air going to you?
Don't drop the ball. Just trying to focus, make the play for our team. Mike showed off his arm a little bit today, so glad he got it to me.
Michael Wortham had over 200 all-purpose yards. What does he bring to not just your offense, but your special teams as well?
Man, he makes it hard for our offense to defend, so can't say enough about Mike. Mike's a great player, and yeah, I'm happy he's on our team.
Coach told me that after halftime, he said we need to be better on first downs offensively. What shifted for you guys to be better at first downs in that second half?
Just taking it play-by-play, knowing what they're going to do and just having our eyes up, being alert, being focused, and yeah.
Second come-from-behind win for the season for the Grizz. What does this say about your team's resiliency?
We never give up. We're resilient. We don't want to lose, so we fight to the very end.
Keali'i, thanks so much. Go enjoy this with your team.
Thank you.
Still to come, more Saturday afternoon highlights from the Frontier Conference and the 6-man ranks. Sports Extra. We'll be right back.
MTN Sports Extra continues after this. Welcome back to MTN Sports Extra, powered by MontanaSports.com.
Montana Tech is 5-0 in the season, and 4 of those wins have come against opponents ranked inside the NAIA Top 25. This afternoon in Butte, the 5th-ranked Diggers host Frontier newcomer Dakota State. MTN's Luke Shelton has your highlights from Bob Greene Field.
Hey everyone, Luke Shelton here at Bob Greene Field as number 5 Montana Tech gets set to host Dakota State in the first week of Frontier East play. The 5-0 Wardiggers are out to their best start in program history, and here's a fun fact. Tech hasn't trailed an opponent at any point this season. Let's get to those highlights.
We're going to introduce them to the Frontier Conference right here, right now.
And that's just what Tech does as midway through the first quarter, a familiar sight. Jarrett Wilson hitting Levi Torgerson in stride, and this time it'll be 62 yards to the house as the Ordiggers strike first. Still first quarter, and guess what? Another explosive play for Tech as Nate Milanowski finds a lane, and he's off down the right sideline for a 75-yard touchdown, and it's a quick 14-0 lead for the Ordiggers. And then Peyton Gonzo Swanzer comes down with an interception, and that'll set up this 65-yard catch-and-run TD from Wilson to Nick Michelotti, and Tech's offense simply overpowering the Trojans. Early second quarter, and Dakota State gets on the board off this goal line run from defensive end Casey Cawley to cut the deficit to 14. But there's simply no answer for Levi Torgerson, who comes down with another great catch here. And a few plays later, Tech dials up some razzle-dazzle as off the reverse, Torgerson hits Wilson for the 5-yard score. 5 total touchdowns for Wilson today as Tech storms to a 49-21 win, improves to 6-0, and the Ortegers still haven't trailed an opponent this season. And elsewhere around the frontier, Rocky Mountain College picked up its first win of the season, and number 9 Montana Western won its 4th game in a row. In Butte, Luke Shelton, MTN Sports.
Well, through 1 month of the high school football season, no 6-man team in Montana has been able to touch the Denton Geyser Stanford Geraldine Bearcats. This afternoon, it's Grass Range Winnett's turn. MTN's Alec Boffinger takes us to central Montana.
Top 5 showdown in the 6-man ranks on this Saturday afternoon as we have number 1 DGSG and number 4 Grass Range Winnett doing battle. Rangers get the scoring rolling early. Randy Olson throws it up to Wyatt Melton, who hauls it in off the tip, and he scoots in for 6. But the Bearcats answer. Jacob Swans with a perfectly placed ball to Brody Ridgway in the end zone. DGSG built a 14-6 lead in the first half, but Grass Range Winnett strikes before the break. Jace Bance finds Olson, who toe taps in the back of the end zone, making it 14-12. And then the Rangers hit the gas in the second half. Bance rolls and finds Ethan Cox. He makes a man miss and then waltzes in for 6 more. And that duo wasn't done. Bance one more time to Cox, who races past the defense, and the Rangers knock off top-ranked DGSG 38-20.
Folks, our cameras will be on the sidelines all across Montana each week, and each Monday we'll count down the top 5 plays from across the state in our MTN Game Changers. But we cannot be everywhere, so we need your help. If you see a play or a moment you think we should see, send an email to scores@montanasports.com and tell us how to find the video, or tag us on social media, and we'll consider including it in next week's edition of Game Changers. Don't go away. Sports Extra will return with a recap of this year's Girls Flag Football Championships. Stay with us.
We'll be right back with more MTN Sports Extra. Welcome back to MTN Sports Extra, powered by MontanaSports.com.
The Girls Flag Football Championships wrapped up this weekend with 21 teams meeting in Hamilton to sort out which schools are taking home hardware in Montana's fastest growing sport. MTN's Kyle Hansen has more.
Well, the girls' flag football season has officially come to a close in the state of Montana, and 2025 saw a lot of growth with this sport that concluded right here in Hamilton with this week's state championship tournament.
Flag football continued to grow exponentially in Montana this fall as the sport grew from 17 schools participating to 27 in its 4th year of existence. Not bad for a sport that had just 3 schools in the inaugural year. Kalispell Glacier has won state titles every single season, having won the previous 3 all-class tournaments, followed by becoming the first ever AA champ this week.
I think the more important question is, why do you think football is important to boys? Because girls have never had a chance. And now they do, and they love it. This is the only sport that they can emulate what they see on a Sunday. Yeah, they're not getting the big hits, but they're making great catches.
The first championship of the day on Thursday went to the Hamilton Broncs, who hosted this year's state tournament, and with the win, got to be examples in their community for young girls and athletes who might one day be interested.
You know, we got some girls out there that can rival the skill set that high school boys who have, that they've been playing their whole lives. So watching it grow, and this win is huge for our community. You know, we got to do this in front of a bunch of little girls that are someday look up and go, man, I got to watch Hamilton Broncs win a state championship. I want to do that.
This year was the first time champions were also crowned in different classifications, and Three Forks took home the BC title in a thriller over Jefferson. What made it special for the Wolves was knowing they only practice part-time, as a lot of the girls juggle 2 sports to make flag football work.
And so we haven't gotten to practice as much as everyone, but just being able to show up, show out, and come out here, have fun with each other, and just play with each other, it's just been super special. And I'm just really proud and honestly honored because it's a big deal. I mean, that's history. That's history right there.
The growth of flag football looks to continue going up, in what's been a fun addition for girls sports in Montana.
Reporting in Hamilton, Kyle Hansen, MTN Sports.
The state AA and single A golf tournaments wrapped up this week as well. With the AA tournament in Butte, how about a thrilling finish in the boys' individual race? Helena Capital's John Gilbert, Missoula Sentinels' Jack Schaefer went to a playoff, and on the third extra hole, Gilbert knocks in the birdie putt to take medalist honors. On the girls' side, Billings Seniors' Peyton Tryon becomes the third straight Bronc to win an individual title with a 7-stroke victory. Missoula Sentinel claims the boys' team title by 15 strokes after back-to-back runner-up finishes. Capital comes in second. The Bozeman girls claim the top spot with 3 golfers finishing in the top 5, blowing away the fields at the Class A tournament in Sydney. A fight for the top spot as Corvallis tops Billings Central by 2 strokes, despite Colin Jensen and Caleb Fornshell finishing first and second individually for the Rams. And in Class A girls, Livingston's Anna Lendy wins medalist honors, but Billings Central had 4 golfers inside the top 8 to claim the team title by 46 strokes. When Sports Extra returns, meet the engine of the top-ranked Glacier Wolfpack offense. We'll be right back.
MTN Sports Extra continues after this.
Get it?
Welcome back to MTN Sports Extra, powered by MontanaSports.com.
He's one of the most highly ranked recruits in Montana history, and he's helped turn the Glacier Wolfpack into a Class AA juggernaut as a senior. MTN's Derek Joseph takes us to Kalispell to chat with Jackson Presley.
Glacier High School is off to a dominating start in the 2025 season. With a 6-0 record and an offense that is putting up around 44 points a game, a lot of that success can be attributed to their senior quarterback and 3-year starter, Jackson Presley.
I mean, he just has great mechanics. He throws so well with all the mechanics of his feet and his arm, but he can also make some off-platform throws and still be accurate. So he really has the entire package as a quarterback. He'll be successful.
In Presley's previous 2 years as a starter, Glacier has made it to the state championship game and lost both times. It's the heartbreak of those games that has inspired Presley and the rest of the Wolfpack to work even harder in the offseason to finish this season on top.
A lot of us guys got to experience so much last year with playing in big games to playing in a state championship that it all just kind of motivated us just to work harder and get to the top of the mountain again. And so we've been able just to be motivated all through the spring, the summer, and up to this point.
And that hard work and impressive play have drawn attention at the next level, as over the summer, Presley committed to play football at Sacramento State. While his main focus is on his senior season, Presley is looking forward to the opportunity he has in his future.
They really know how to just go out there and just produce, and I'm really excited to be down there. And their coaches show so much love, and they have a really good culture around there, which is something that we just preach here, and I'm just super pumped to get down there.
Even with a bright future ahead of him, Presley's ultimate goal is to finally lift a state championship trophy with the teammates who have been with him since the beginning.
When I moved from California to Montana, these were the guys that brought me in, really, and they're just kind of brought me up as friends and as teammates. So it's been amazing just to be able to play with them and share these moments like this with them. And again, I'm just truly thankful for this team and the players and everyone.
Reporting in Kalispell, I'm Derek Joseph, MTN Sports.
Well, that's our time for this edition of Sports Extra. And remember, the conversation continues online at MontanaSports.com. Have a wonderful night. We'll see you next week on Sports Extra.
Thanks for watching MTN Sports Extra. For more coverage, visit MontanaSports.com.